All welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisha Mandisa. I hope you are well. In my last video I spoke to one way that could get you noticed, and I'm here to speak on another one, which is another three showcases, pageants, anything along that line where you just have to either audition or be at the particular event in order to showcase your talent. The other thing about showcases is that they tend to be less stressful than competitions. In competitions, some people get wrapped up in, what the other person is doing or how to surpass them. Showcases allow for you to be a bit more relaxed and more talent focused, more arts focused. It is also a chance for different personalities, different artistic personalities. You'll have the crazy, you'll have the out there, you'll have the eccentric, you'll have the quiet, the soulful. All of these in pretty much a potpourri on stage brings a vibe, and that is what showcases lend itself to it. It is not about just coming on stage and meeting the criteria in terms of who has the best diction and the best arrangements and all the theatrics. It is a bit more stripped down and talent focused, if I do say so myself. And that helps. Pageants as well. Again, you have people there who are interested in the talents of people, interested in the art, and you want that kind of audience instead of there's some games where you could tell that you were an afterthought, like the entertainment was an afterthought. It just doesn't mesh, or you are an afterthought, but the people there are not really, they didn't come there to experience any sort of art, whether it'll be drawing live, painting live, or any vocal performance. They're there for, say, a business function or something. You won't always be in a space where you're in the background. Not all the time. Sometimes you will have to, and it shouldn't attack your ego or your pride or whatnot. It is just one of those things, and it's just how it works sometimes. But showcases allow for that, and it is a great experience if your purpose, again, I always speak the purpose, is to get noticed and get out there. You want people who genuinely appreciate what you're doing and who will go and tell friends, and friends tell friends, and that's how you become known, and become known not just by who you are or what you look like, but because of your art. It's not what you do, it is how you do it. So the how is the quality of work that you produce and how often you take part in it. So for instance, we have here Mahalia's Corner. That is the most popular open mic, and say there are 4 to 5 of those. If you want to strategically place yourself at, say, 3 of them, that is something that should be done. You don't need to perform each night, but being within the audience, hearing what they're gravitating towards, what excites them, what interests them is important. And also obviously performing as well. And when you go to perform, it shouldn't be a case where you just saunter up on stage and do a little something. Not if your purpose for being there is to get noticed for sure and to get yourself out there. You want to deliver one of the most memorable performances of that night, so people can see you, they can hear about you, and they can hear what you do. And that comes at a small fee. So if it is 3 out of the 4 or 4 out of the 5, that fee needs to be accounted for. You can no longer see, or you should no longer see, as just going to an event because girls or the guys say, let me go for a night out, and you just perform. If that is a strategic plan for you to get yourself out there, account for that fee so that you know that that is something that is going towards you building up your brand and building up your business, because that's essentially what it is. So that is Mahalia's Corner. Honey Jam is a bit different. That is a whole, that involves workshop and development situations. So you have to audition for that. If you do make it through, quality all the way, understanding your purpose for being there. I spoke a lot to purpose in the latest video, and it is very necessary to reiterate that, because you just don't want to do anything like It doesn't matter. You have to show some sort of heart, because you may not be the most talented, but if you can show up and show up each time you need to, that is what it is. That is what people will call. And the persons there may not be interested in your art, but they may know someone who is. And again, that comes at a small fee. If you get sponsorship, that is even better, because in terms of your attire and whatnot. And forgive me for speaking mostly from a musical side, but that is what my background is in. But generally across the board, say if you're in fashion, you want to get fashion shows or showcase your pieces, know what the fee is, plan for it. I mean, sometimes these things happen annually, so it is not a case where you have to fish for information and be hard to find. Ask a question, know what the fee is, get your pieces ready, know all the deadlines, and get going. And if you do at least 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 throughout the year, people will have no choice but to know who you are and what you do or who you are associated with. And that is important. As I was mentioning, they may not want your piece, they may not want to buy it, they may not be interested in it, but one day they may need it, or they may know someone who needs exactly what it is you're offering. And because you put yourself out there at a little to no cost, you will now open it yourself to many business opportunities. And that is how it works. So you need to research it, plan for it, budget for it, be disciplined, but going after it and make sure your quality is out. Be consistent. Consistency comes in place where you respond to emails, respond to WhatsApp, where we conduct your business, liaise with who you need to liaise with, get your suppliers in, be consistently working to better your craft and having it ready, and then being patient. So after the showcase, after the pageant, after the performance, after the feature, make sure that you have things in place and just wait. Work while waiting, and you will not go wrong. It may happen right away, it may take a few weeks, it may take a few months, but just working towards it, and anything that is for you will come. You just need to stay patient and make sure you consistently produce that quality content. So definitely working towards that is something that I would suggest. So getting those showcases in and placing them throughout the year, get yourself noticed. This is my advice. Remember your purpose and just do it well.